So what exactly you mean by inequality, Alexa? Imagine if I say you, and imagine if I say you x is equal to 5. What is this? This is equation, right?
Yeah.
If I say you x greater than 5 or x greater than equal to 5, this is the inequality equation.
Yeah.
So inequality, there are four signs that holds Alexa: greater than, or greater than equal to, less than, or less than equal to. That's it.
Yeah.
But what happens in algebra, Alexa, you should be very much aware about the signs of variable. That's the whole point. Imagine if it is in minus x to you, front of you in the question. What do you mean by minus x, Alexa?
Whatever integer is there is a negative.
Yeah, the point is that x is not negative over here. The point is you are not sure about what is the value of x. Okay.
Okay.
So please treat it as a two separate element. Like this is element number one, this is element number two. So technically, negative x doesn't mean it is a x is negative. Absolutely not.
But that is absolute values. No, when you have those other signs around it.
No, with a variable, any sign attached with the variable, and if a variable is not defined to you in the question,
Yeah.
it means that you have to take it as a two separate elements. Now imagine it is a negative x selection. Imagine x is equal to negative 10. So negative x becomes positive 10.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true. Yeah.
And if it is negative x, let's say x is equal to 5. Then negative x here becomes negative 5. So
Yeah.
point is negative x doesn't mean that x is negative. These are treated as a two separate elements. So whenever a variable is mentioned to you in the question, Alexa, whenever a variable is mentioned, let's say x is a variable. The point is you aren't sure about the sign of this variable.
Okay.
You are never sure about sign of the variable, Alexa. It means you don't know this variable is positive or negative. So if in case you are trying to solve a question where you are trying to engage this particular variable, you will have to solve the questions with respect to two cases. Case one, if x is positive, and case two would be if x is negative. The point is any variable for that second x, y, z, if it is mentioned to you in the question, there is no explicit information given to you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't at all mean that x is positive. It means that you aren't sure about the sign of x. It may be positive, it may be negative. So if at all you are trying to solve some questions without any understanding of what this particular variable is, you will have to take two cases selection that if considering if x is positive, this is how the solution gonna be. And if x is negative, this is how the solution gonna be. So sign of variables are extremely important, Alexa.
Yeah.
In algebraic equation, I won't say it's an equality, whether it be a number system, it be a modulus, it doesn't matter at all, but signs of variables are very important. So imagine, Alexa, if I say you x, y greater than 0, what do you mean by this?
Is that an X?
Yeah,
XY?
x, y greater than 0, yeah.
The when you multiply, is it called product or something? So the product is of X and Y is great
In terms of sign, Alexa, always.
in terms of sign.
Yeah.
Um,
So here can I say x and y are of same sign?
yeah.
Because when you take 2 cross 2,
Yeah.
it is greater than 0,
It's
right?
greater than 0, and even
When
when
you
you
take
take
minus
minus
2
two
cross
and
minus 2, it
minus
is
two,
greater.
yeah, yeah,
Agreed?
yeah.
So always think your first thought process should be in terms of sign always. Always.
Okay.
That xy, obviously product of x and y is greater than 0 means product is positive. Considering that it is given to you, product is positive. Alexa, what exactly your thought process is from this statement? So it simple means that x and y both are of same sign. They could be both positive, they could be both negative.
Yeah.
Imagine, Alexa, I say you xy less than 0. What do you mean by this? That they are of opposite sign, right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. One is negative, one is positive. Hold
Yeah,
on 1 second, Rahul.
sure.
Yeah, back. Sorry. Continue,
Perfect.
please.
So xy less than 0 simple means Alexa x and y are of opposite sign, because if you take this 2 and this negative 2, this is less than 0. You
Got
take
it.
this negative 2 and this 2, this less than 0. Can I twist a bit now?
Yeah.
Imagine, Alexa, if I'm trying to ask you x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. Or imagine I'm giving you equation x minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0. What do you make out of this, Alexa? Can you please think about it once?
Do
This one.
you want me to solve it?
Yep. I want you to just give me a sort of a, what exactly you understand from this one. It's written that x minus 5 into x minus 10 is greater than 0.
And it becomes x square minus x square minus 10x minus 5x plus 50
Hmm.
is greater than 0. So that whole equation is greater than 0. And you can simplify it further.
But when you simplify it again, you end up getting same thing.
Yeah, you get the same thing. Um,
So Alexa, when I say you x square is equal to, let's say, 36.
yeah.
X is equal to plus or minus x, right? What is this plus or minus x called, Alexa? This is
I
called value of x.
yeah.
This is also called, Alexa, solution of x. Why? Because the value that you have found, x is equal to plus 6 or minus 6. What exactly is this? When you place it back into the question, what happens? If you put x is equal to 6, your LHS is equal to RHS, left hand side is equal to right hand side, 36 is equal to 36, right?
Yeah.
And when you place minus 6 as well, you have 36 is equal to 36. So
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
try and find a value, Alexa, it is nothing but what you are trying to do. It is nothing but this is solution of this particular equation, plus 6 and minus 6. They also called it as a solution of equation. They also call it a root of x, root of the equation. I'm just asking you that if at all you confront with such type of equation, inequality equation, x minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0, what exactly you make out of it?
That
So we'll have to solve it.
x
It's a
is
simple
greater
one.
than 0.
Yeah, not x is greater than 0. Let's say this is A, Alexa, and this is B, right?
Yeah.
I'll just solve it, but I'll also tell you how should you write straight away the solution, because we can generalize any solutions of this equation x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. But let me first solve for you. So it says what, Alexa? AB is greater than 0, right?
Yeah.
AB greater than 0 means we have two cases, Alexa. Both could be positive, both could be negative, right? Because
Both
sign
will be
of,
positive or both will be negative. Is that because you don't know the sign of
I
A?
don't know the sign of a and b. So technically, I don't know the sign of x minus 5 and x minus 10.
Yeah.
X minus 5 as a value is what? It's a positive or negative is not known to us. Simple logic. Agreed?
Yeah.
And that's the reason we go ahead and try to solve this particular equation. So
Okay.
imagine, Alexa, I have here case 1. So I'll take when both are positive, right? When A is if A is positive, B should also be positive. So imagine if I'm asking you if x minus 5 is greater than 0, then can I say x minus 10 should be greater than 0, Alexa? Because
Yeah.
if A is positive, B
Yeah.
has to be
You have
positive,
to
right?
be positive.
So that means nothing but x is greater than 5. And if x is greater than 5, then x should be greater than 10 as well, right?
Greater than 10. Yeah.
So let's say this is 5 and this is 10, Alexa. So I draw a complete graph of x greater than 5.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
draw a graph of x greater than 10. What is the common term? X greater than 10, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now I'll come to case 2. One. So I'll come to case 2, Alexa, here now.
Okay.
And case 2 says what? If A is negative, then B should be negative. That is, if x minus 5 is less than 0, then x minus 10 should also be less than 0, Alexa, right?
Yeah.
So that is if x is less than 5, then x should be less than 10.
But so question, when the equation above gives that it is greater than 0, do you always have to question it and say that no, it could be less also?
No, I'm not questioning it. Imagine if
You're
a
just
value is
trying.
2 cross 2. This is greater than 0, right?
Yeah,
If value of a is negative 2 cross negative 2, it is greater than 0 still, right?
yeah,
So what I'm doing is that I'm taking a case when x minus 5 and x minus 10 both are positive. And I'm also taking a case, Alexa, when x minus 5 and x minus 10 both as a term is negative. So because if you multiply negative cross negative, you are still getting a positive value,
yeah.
right? So I'm doing just that. I'm trying to solve because technically here, Alexa, I'm not sure about the sign of A and sign of B. A and B could be both positive, A and B could be both negative. Simple logic, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But if it's given that it's positive, then I'm just thinking like solving the equation becomes long.
No, no, it's not about solving the equation because this is how it should be solved. Imagine simple, Alexa. If it is written to you, let's say PQ greater than 0. What do you
Yeah.
mean by this statement? What is the meaning that you can derive from this particular statement about it?
PQ can either both P and Q can either be both be positive or P and Q can both be negative.
Exactly. Imagine if x minus 5 is P and x minus 10 is Q. So you will have to consider both the cases for sure.
Okay, fine.
Absolutely no ambiguity at all.
Okay.
Okay. So when I've considered case 1, I
Yeah.
got x is greater than 10. Simple logic.
Yeah.
Now I'm considering case 2. So x minus 5 into x minus 10 less than 0. So x should be less than 5 and x should be less than 10. Now imagine if I'm drawing a number line lecture. This is 5. This is 10. X less than 5. This is the plot.
Yeah.
And then again it comes x less than 10.
The whole thing.
What is the common value? X is less than 5, right?
Yeah.
So technically, Alexa, please understand. Now these are the two values that we have got. These are the two values that we have got.
So that will be written as
So
10 is
this
less
is a,
than X is less
yeah,
than.
this, no, these are two different values. So these are the values. So imagine if this is a question given to you now. What the question I've asked, the x minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0. It simple means, Alexa, x is either less than 5 or x is greater than 10. Please understand. What we have done was just to derive this particular stuff. And please understand, this is no sort of a. So, how do I generalize this particular equation? See here, when I write it x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, it simple means, Alexa, x is less than a or x is greater than b. I don't want you to remember this just because this is no formula at all. This is a general solution of an equation.
Now, in this, for example, if there was a positive sign before A, so if it was
I'll tell you, I'm coming to that part. But now
okay,
please understand, Alexa, what exactly is this? X minus 5 into x minus 10 greater than 0, x is less than 5, or x is greater than 10. What exactly is this? This is nothing but a solution of equation, Alexa. And what do you mean by solution of equation? That you put any value of x less than 5 in this particular equation. This equation should suffice.
yeah,
So when I said you x square is equal to 36, x is equal to plus 6 or minus 6. Plus 6 and minus 6 is nothing but solution of equation. When you put this back into the equation, LHS is equal to RH. So when I'm asking you that, when I'm telling you that this is solution of equation, this is no formula that we are trying to learn. It simple means, Alexa, for x less than 5, you put any value into this equation will suffice. Or you
okay,
put any value of x greater than 10 in this equation will still suffice. That's the whole logic.
yeah,
So when I say you, Alexa, x minus a into x minus b greater than 0. So you are not supposed to go ahead and solve all these things. This is just for your understanding purpose. This is how we have come down to a derivation that x could be less than 5 or x could be greater than 10. So if I'm telling you x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, Alexa, what does this mean? This simple means x is either less than a or x is greater than b, Alexa. Simple logic, where a is a smaller element. I'll just explain you in detail. A is a smaller element, b is a bigger one. And what do I mean by saying that A is a smaller and B is a bigger one? Please understand, Alexa, this should be the structure of equation x minus a. Minus and a are two different elements,
Yeah.
and minus and b are two different elements. So what did I do here? I just took x minus 5 into x minus 10. Now it is in form of x minus a into x minus b. Raksha, tell me what is a? What is a? 5 and 10, right? Don't count my negative.
Yeah, 5 and 10.
Negative and 5. Which is the smaller one? 5, right?
Yeah.
So x is less than 5. A is always the smaller one. And which is bigger? 10. So or x is greater than 10. This is the solution. You can write your solution directly. Imagine if I give you equation Alexa x minus 5 into x plus 10 greater than 0. What do you do now?
Like x and no, 5 and 10 remain the same. We don't look at the sign.
No, but always ensure that you convert equation into this form. Always and always.
Okay. So, I saw this in the workbook also, where they would just they would multiply it with a negative so that it converts to this. Can you explain why?
What, Alexa?
To convert this equation into the same one as that, where both have a negative sign,
Please,
they
so
would
just
just
do this plus 10. What can you do? Can I write x negative 5 and now negative of negative 10 greater than 0?
okay, yeah. If you can just you mean using BODMAS, you just make it lower, make the signs the same, but it doesn't have to be in the exact same form.
But now it is exactly in the same form, x minus a
Yeah, you're right.
and x minus b. Now tell me which is the smaller one, a or b? 5 is a smaller one or minus 10 is a smaller one?
Minus 10 is the smaller.
Minus 10, right?
Yeah.
So what your equation becomes? What is the solution of this? That x is less than
X
negative
is less
10
than negative 10
or
or
x is greater than 5,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Agreed or not?
Yeah.
So imagine if I give you equation Alexa x plus 5 into x plus 20 greater than 0. Your first job is to convert everything in form of this equation. Everything in form of this structure.
Everything has to be in the negative. There's no formula for if it's already positive.
No, no, no. It should be converted into this form always. So your normal job is x negative of negative 5,
Yeah.
x negative of negative
Negative
20.
20.
Now tell me which is the smaller one and which is the bigger one.
Negative 20.
So your logic is x is less
X
than
less
negative
than
20
negative 20.
or x greater than negative 5. Agreed?
Okay.
Any doubt here?
No.
So I'll give you just 2, 3 problems. Just two.
Should I do it in my book?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Obviously, sit with the pen and paper.
Yeah, yeah, I am. Yeah. Also, this only applies if it's greater than 0. If it's
Yep,
less than
yep,
0,
yep.
we have to change.
We'll come down to that after this.
Okay, fine.
But can you please solve this?
Yeah. That 40 there that you've written?
Yep.
Okay.
So tell me the answer for first one.
Um, X is less than minus 15 or X is greater than minus 10.
No, You deserve a slap. It is already in form of minus a. So x greater than 10. Not minus 10. Check.
Ah, wait, hold on.
Whenever you get
Oh, it's
confused, just
already a
remember
minus. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah.
x is less than a or x is greater than b. It's already in terms of a negative, so I can't use negative here. It has to be 10. Right? Second
Yeah.
one.
X is, sorry, I jumped a step then. I tried to do it too fast. X is, X is less than 25 or greater than minus 20?
No. Which is the smaller one, Alexa? Simple job is to first convert everything in form of this. Always. So x negative of negative 20. Right?
Yeah,
Into x negative 25. Greater than 0. Now tell me, which is the smaller one? Negative 20 or
negative
25?
25.
No, this is 25, not negative 25. This is negative 20. X
Oh,
minus
okay, sorry,
b
sorry.
into x
Negative
minus
20
b.
smaller, yeah.
So this should be x should be less than negative 20 or x greater than 25. Is this clear or not, Alexa?
It is clear, just needs some getting
Yeah.
used to.
Right, right. Just ensure that because the beauty about algebra is that one wrong sign you write and everything is wrong. There is nothing left at all after that. So please, you should not be doing that. Okay? Okay, boss.
Huh?
In algebra, one wrong sign can
Yeah,
spoil up the entire problem. So you should be very careful about it.
that's true.
Try this one, Alexa. Last one.
Yes. So you have negative 40 and 20. So is that correct then?
Yep, yep, yep.
Sure, X is less than negative 40 and greater than 20.
Or x is greater than 12. Perfect, Alexa. So anything, any equation from now on in algebra, if you feel it's an inequality equation that if anything is in form of x minus a into x minus b greater than 0, be very clear that in this case x lies outside of a and b. That is x is either less than a or x is greater than b. Where I've told you a is a smaller element, b is the bigger one. Simple logic. Okay? And negative a and negative b are these are two separate elements. Simple, straightforward logic. Right? Now when I come down to if x minus a into x minus b less than 0. You don't have to again solve it. You can 100% generalize it, but please understand this is no formula lecture.
Yeah,
This is no formula. This is solution of the equation.
yeah,
If at all you solve this particular equation, you will end up getting this. But why should I solve it if I can directly generalize it? Then there is no point solving it at all. So if x minus a into x minus b is less than 0, it means Alexa x lies between a and b. What does this mean? Imagine if I say you x minus 10 into x minus 20 is less than 0. This simple means that x lies between 10 and 20.
positive 10 and 20.
Yep, because it's in form of x minus a minus b minus and a are two separate element minus and b are two separate
Yeah,
element. So x lies between 10 and 20. Please understand, Alexa, this is nothing again. This is not a formula. This is 100% a solution of a equation. And what do I mean by solution of a equation? Solution of a equation simple means that you put this back into the equation, you should exactly get less than 0. Put any value. Let's say put 5. 5 minus 10 is what, Alexa? Minus 5.
yeah.
And 5 minus 20 is minus 15.
Minus
No, you can't put 5 because 5 does not lie between 10 and
5
20.
is not between 10 and
15. 15 we can put. So 15 minus 10, 5.
5
15 minus 20, negative 5,
minus 5.
which is less than 0.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you put 5, it will be greater than 0. And that's the reason that is not considered in the solution.
yeah.
So the simple means x lies between 10 and 20. Whatever value, again, it's exactly the same thing, Alexa. Like imagine if I give you 3 questions
No, but then if it's like 2x or if there's
No, it
values also.
then again that's a different way to solve it. Then it's the equation that you have to solve it.
Okay,
If the equation is in term of x minus a into x minus b form, only then you can use this.
okay, fine.
Imagine there is x minus 30 into x plus 10 less than 0. Let's say when I give you x
X
plus
minus
20 into x plus 40 less than 0, or x minus 15 plus 15 to x minus 25 less than 0. Can you please write the
yeah.
for this?
So A is 30 and B is minus 10.
So x lies between minus 10 and 30. Perfect. Good.
Yeah. X plus 20, x plus 40. So x lies between what do you call minus 40 and minus 20.
Beautiful. Next selection.
And what is it? X plus 15, x minus 25.
X plus 15 into x minus 25 less than 0.
Yeah. Um, Here 25 is A. No, minus 15 is A and 25 is B. So
X lies between minus 15 and 25. Simple.
yeah,
Right. Is this clear?
yeah,
Any problem here, Alexa? That's
no,
very important thing. So please understand, if it is something like x minus a into x minus b equal to 0, this is called equation.
yeah.
But here it was x minus a into x minus b greater than or less than equal to 0. It's called inequality equation. Simple logic. Now imagine, Alexa, if I say you one stuff, if I ask you, what do you understand? Imagine there could be a lot of questions where some algebraic expressions are given to you. Let's say x square greater than x. What do you understand with it? What is your understanding? If you just look into a expression x square greater than x, what is
X,
your understanding from here?
x times x is greater than x.
That's a very diplomatic answer.
Huh?
That's a very diplomatic answer. No. Tell me in terms of, think one thing, Alexa, here. When is the condition possible? When is this condition possible?
This condition is possible
Or I could ask you in a different wording, for what value of this expression is possible?
when x is greater than 0.
If I take x is equal to 1, do you think 1 square is greater than 1, Alexa?
No, that's yeah, equal to. Then when x is greater than 1.
Yeah, that's true. Because you put any value of x greater than 1, this is 100% possible, right?
Yeah.
But why you are only thinking about, because there is nothing written to you over here. So there's no positive, there's no negative sign given to you. Or imagine if I ask you, Alexa, simple to solve this particular equation. Solve this equation, inequality equation, x square greater than x. How do you solve this, Alexa?
Um, I don't know. How do you solve it further? You already have. Do you square root it?
No. Can I do this? Since x is greater than 1?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You
Okay.
cannot cut the variable, Alexa, and you can't cross multiply it. So imagine I've given you an equation to solve, where it says x is greater than 1 by x. So that is nothing but x square is greater than 1. This is wrong.
Oh,
So be 100%
you
sure about
can't cross multiply inequalities.
it. You can't cross multiply and you can't divide. Technically, when you are saying that you can cut this x, you are doing nothing, you are dividing by x, both the sides.
Oh, you can't divide also. I was thinking you could divide.
No,
Like
no,
if
no.
you're moving it from one side to the other.
You can always transpose from one side to other. That is something that you can do. So please understand why you can't do this,
Huh.
because it is not known to you, Alexa, that the variable x is positive or not. If it is 100% known to you, if it is written to you in the question that if x is greater than 0, solve x square greater than x, then now you can cut it and say x is greater than 1, this is my solution. Now it
Okay.
is fine. But until there is a explicit information given to you in the question that variable is positive, you cannot cut and you can't cross multiply. Be very sure. Cross multiplication and division is not allowed. So now considering if you have to solve this equation where you aren't sure about what is the value of x over here, you have no idea about it, how do you solve it? I've told you you can always transpose the variable from one side to other side. Can I do Alexa x square minus x greater than 0?
Yeah.
This is allowed.
Yeah.
Transposing a variable from one side to other side is allowed.
You have to move everything to the left hand side usually, you know?
Yeah, left hand side, right hand side, whatever you open. No
Huh.
difficult. So now can I take a x common and say x minus 1 is greater than 0, Alexa?
If you're factoring it, yeah. Yeah, you
Right?
can. Yeah.
And this x is what? Can I say this as x minus 0? Because anything minus 0 is anything. 5 minus 0 is 5, 10 minus 10. 100 minus 0 is 100. So x
But
minus 0 would
why do
be.
you need to do that? Why do you need
I'll
to?
just tell you. I'll just tell you. So that you understand this properly. X minus 0
Okay.
into x minus 1 greater than 0. Now, don't you think you will be able to solve this equation as to what we have done? Can I
Yeah.
straight away write x is less than 0 or x is greater than 1?
Yeah.
100% right?
Yeah.
So, Alexa, please understand x square greater than x simple means that this particular situation is possible for all the values of x greater than 1. You put any value x greater than 1. You put x is equal to 2, 2 square is greater than 2. You put x is equal to 3, 3 square is greater than 3, 4 square is greater than 4. So, for every particular value of x greater than 1, x square greater than x will 100% suffice. Right?
One second, I'm just writing it down. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
So, is this clear to you?
X is greater than 1?
For every value of x greater than 1, this equation will suffice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And x is less than 0. For every value of x less than 0, also this equation gonna suffice.
Yeah, for the negatives, it will work.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
I said you x greater than x, it simple means in terms of you have to think when is this the in terms of what your understanding from here should be a simple Alexa that when is this condition possible or for what value of x this condition is possible. Now x square greater than x is only possible in two ways when x is greater than 1 or x is less than 0. You take any value of x greater than 1, x square is greater than x, or you take any value of x less than 0, x square is still greater than x.
Yeah.
Any problem here?
No. Makes sense.
Absolutely clear?
Yeah.
If I say you Alexa x square less than x, your job is nothing. Either you try and understand, figure it out by yourself that for x greater than 1, this all conditions suffice. The point is that when you are trying to figure it out without solving, you have to think that x can be positive, x can be negative. So for
Yeah.
what positive value x will this expression will be satisfied, or for what negative value of x this expression will be satisfied. So both are the stuff that should. So you should be thinking in both the ways technically, Alexa. You cannot be thinking in just one way, positive and all. So imagine if I say you x square is less than x. Now your job is to simple solve it. That is nothing but x square minus x less than 0, Alexa. That is nothing but x cross x minus 1, which is less than 0. This
Yeah.
x can be written as x negative 0
-0. Yeah.
into x minus 1 less than 0. It means what? X lies between 0 and 1.
Yeah. X is less than 1 or Oh, X lies
Zero,
between
zero.
0 and 1. Yeah.
Right? Now you
Yeah.
put any value of x that lies between 0 and 1 over here, Alexa. This will 100%. So this expression will suffice for sure. Put half. So 1 by 2 square is less than half. So 1 by 2 square is nothing but 1 by 4, and 1 by 4 is technically less than half.
Yeah.
Right? So you should not be bothered by looking into any of these equations and all, Alexa. It's all about, they can simply write it. They can just write it and they can give you data comparison they can do.
Yeah.
They can give you a data comparison stuff. X square is less than x square. Let's say they can give you in data comparison how they can frame a question. I'll just show it to you. So imagine there's a question where they have written x square is less than x. Now this is a quantity A and this is a quantity B, Alexa, right?
Yeah.
Imagine quantity A, they say x is equal to 0.
Okay.
Imagine this is the quantity. Here
Yeah.
they say you the value of x from the question. Imagine x lies between 0 and 1. So what would be your answer? Say,
Um,
or x is equal to some quantity they can say you here. X lies between 0 and 1. Here they'll just say you what is the value of it. This is something they can give you such questions. So when you solve this particular equation, Alexa, what you get?
you get this, both the quantities are,
That x lies between 0 and 1, right?
yeah.
And if quantity A
But
is
column
given,
A and B, the way of answering is either A is greater, B is greater, both are equal, or you cannot.
absolutely, so you will get a value over here. Let's say x is equal to 5 over here.
Yeah, that's what. Okay.
Imagine. So
Yeah.
now you have, this is quantity and this is B, and your answer is in form of A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Now imagine till you don't understand this expression, Alexa, because technically this expression is nothing but equivalent to this, right?
Yeah.
So how would you answer the question? Answer should be A here because 5 is greater than any value of x that lies between 0 and 1.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
whole point is that when you look into these expressions, you should not fumble at all. It's just simple. Try and solve it. If you can think by yourself that x square greater than x square less than x is only possible for x lies between 0 and 1, it's a brilliant thing. Or else you just solve it. You will eventually, either you think
Get
or
to
you
this.
solve, you should eventually
Yeah.
get the same expression. Simple logic. Can I twist a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, boss. So now, Alexa, try solving x cube greater than x because these are something which is very important, Alexa. Till you don't have a good idea about all these stuff, how to play around with the variables, solving questions is a waste of time. I'm being very frank over here. Now, you can please take your 2 minutes of time. Take 3, 4 minutes. Try doing this. Don't give up. Just try whatever it is. It's a bit twisted for sure. So you can. I'm asking you to solve this. Let me
Okay.
see what exactly you do. Can I get water and come, please?
Yeah. Yeah. Please. Hmm. Are you back?
Yes, Alexa. Did you get something?
So this x cube is greater than x. I mean, if you break it down and do it the way we did the last one, you get x minus 0 by x square minus 1 is greater than 0. Is that,
Absolutely. So, but you have to go to the last. It's a
yeah,
bit
I know.
complicated one.
So here, do you separate the equation out where you do x minus 0 is greater than 0 and x square minus 1 is greater than 0?
Absolutely. Brilliant thing. Now you please try. I'm not doing it now.
Yeah, so then that gives you x square is greater than x. So then you get x as again the same with the first rule of x is less than 0 or greater than 1, right?
Yeah. So case one here would be Alexa.
And then case
That
2
if
is
x is
x is
greater
greater
than
than
0,
0.
then x square minus 1 is also greater than 0, right?
Hold on one
Because
second.
if a is greater than 0, I've written b is also greater. Simple,
Yeah,
right? Agreed.
yeah,
Now, if you separate x square minus 1 further, what do you get? X minus 1 into x plus 1 greater than 0. The very basic rule that a square minus b
a
square is what?
square is equal to
A plus b into
a
a
minus
minus.
b, yeah.
Simple logic. So, can I write x minus 1 into x plus 1 greater than 0?
Yeah,
Now, Alexa, see here. Is this in form of x minus a into x minus b?
yeah,
That is nothing but x minus 1 into x negative of negative 1
negative 1.
greater than 0. Now,
Yeah,
x minus a into x minus b, which is the smaller one, 1 or minus 1? Minus 1, right?
minus 1,
So,
yeah.
can I say x is less than negative 1 or x is
Or,
greater than positive 1?
yeah,
So, I have these conditions, these three conditions. If x is less than 0, then x should be less than negative 1 or x should be greater than positive 1. Agreed?
yeah,
Now, please draw a number line. Put it here 0, put negative 1, put positive 1. Now, x greater than 0. Correct, Alexa?
yeah,
X less than negative 1. Am I right?
yep,
And x greater than positive 1. What is overlap, Alexa? X greater than 1.
x greater than 1.
So this is one condition we have got. Now you put here x greater than 1 any value. Don't you feel x cube will be greater than x?
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Now we'll have to take case 2, Alexa, because we have taken just case 1 right
I
now.
know
That
that's
if a is greater than 0, b is greater than 0. Now I'm taking case 2. That if a is less than 0, that is if x is less than 0, then x square minus 1 is also less than 0, Alexa. This is what case 2 is.
yeah,
Agreed?
yeah.
Tired already?
No, no, I'm following.
Minus 1 into x plus 1 is less than 0, Alexa.
Yep,
Now this is nothing but x minus 1 into x negative of negative 1
negative
less
1.
than 0.
Yeah,
Am I right?
yeah,
So it means x minus a into x minus b less than 0, Alexa. That is nothing but x lies between negative 1 and 1.
and 1.
Very clear? So
Yeah,
now if x is less than 0, I have one condition that x should lie between negative 1 and 1 also, right?
yeah.
So let's draw a number line now. It is 0.
I use the same number lineup.
This is negative 1. This is 1. It will be very hot for second. We'll stop it. Start.
Okay, fine.
See, x less than 0. Agreed?
Yeah.
X lies between negative 1 and 1.
Wait, the x is less than 0, you did it for which case? The first line,
The first case, this.
that case, okay.
Yeah. And now the second case is x lies between negative 1 and 1. But what is common term, Alexa?
That x is less than 0.
X lies between negative 1 and 0.
Yeah,
So these are the two conditions, Alexa ma'am. If xq is greater than x, it simple means, Alexa, that either x is greater than 1, this is what we have got in the first case, or x lies between negative 1 and 0. Is this clear? It means what? That if xq is greater than x, it will only satisfy for all these values. If x is greater than 1, xq will be greater than x. And if x lies between negative 1 and 0, in that case also xq will be greater than x.
Got it. I need to practice these a bit and then I'll get them
100% for sure, Alexa.
and try to remember them.
Don't remember it all.
Makes sense though.
I'll anyway give you the videos. It's all being recorded.
Yeah.
I'll share the video with you. Agreed?
Yeah, I'll rewatch. Yeah.
Any problem here?
No, not so far. But that's the thing. See, doing all of this takes so long. So I want to know how you get to
No, but the point is, these are the things that will not be asked. The point is, till you don't have a background understanding of how things are done, you will end up remembering all this stuff, which I technically don't want because the moment you try and remember something, it's all over. Alexa.
why? It's good to remember, no?
No. But if you remember with a proper understanding, that's the whole point.
Yeah, with the
Because
understanding, of course. Yeah.
technically, when I ask you xq is greater than x, I'm just asking you, Alexa, the reason they have even they are asking you to solve this particular equation. So what is
Yeah.
the reasoning behind solving it? The reasoning is simple. You have to tell when the condition suffice, when is this condition possible, for what value of x this condition is possible, for what value of x this condition is possible. That's the whole point of solving this.
Yeah.
This expression is possible.
Now we also have to try if x
The
cube is
point is,
less than
yeah,
x.
the point here is, Alexa, that if at all, if at all you try and mug it up, you can aram say that Rahul x greater than 1, this 100% suffice. Why should I be bothered about it? But the point is you are telling x greater than 1, but you didn't even think about that if x is negative, what's gonna happen? You should think in that term as well. So if you don't
But
solve,
that's also
Alexa,
just logic. Like anything cube will give you a negative result. Anything square will give you a positive result, whether it's negative or positive. No?
it doesn't, that's 100% fine. But when it's a square term, it's a very easy to decide now because in a square term, what happens that every time x square is always positive.
Yeah,
So saying
exactly.
that positive is greater than negative, that's absolutely fine. But in terms of when it is negative and you are comparing x cube and x, so x is also negative and x cube will also yield you a negative result. But the point is, Alexa, if you take like, let's say what we have got solution, x lies between negative 1 and 0. If you take x is equal to negative 2, this equation won't suffice. You can check it for yourself. So
If you
you can't
take,
say minus 8 is greater than minus 2 because in terms of negative, what happens? Higher the
yeah,
magnitude, lower the value.
yeah, that's true.
Agreed?
Yeah, that's true.
Any doubt here? So that's
No.
the reason I'm telling you, do not try and mug it up. Know the process of how it is done. Obviously, these are the things that won't be asked in the exam, but you should have a complete background understanding of what exactly we are trying to do. That's all.
Yeah.
Agreed. You wanna solve XQ less than
Less
X, so
than.
that should be your homework. You can do it but if you want to do it, you please do it. I have no issue. If you wanna try, please try. XQ is less than X. Please take your time.
X
I'm not
cube.
spoken for 2 minutes.
Okay, fine.
I'll just come out.
So
Yeah,
here, for at least second part of the equation, I've got that x lies between -1 and 0.
that's beautiful. Give me the entire solution, full.
But what do I do with the x minus 0 here in this case? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
X
first
minus
half
0,
of it.
x minus 0 means what? X is less than 0. Simple logic.
So it's so you break it down into x minus 0 by x square minus 1, right?
Hmm.
And then x square minus 1, we use the formula that we learned before of,
X minus a into x more.
yeah,
A plus
x
b
minus
into
a
a
into
minus.
x minus b.
Hmm.
So then you get x into x minus minus 1 by x minus 1 is less than 0.
Yeah.
Is that making sense?
Yep.
And then that's why you get x lies between -1 and 0.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Is that
That's
correct for
beautiful.
this though?
100%.
Okay.
But give me both the solutions. So once
We have to
one
do
you have got.
case, yeah. We have to do case 1 and case 2. That part I need to figure out how to do now.
Now it's simple now because you have done half of the job. So please do the entire. What we have x square minus x less than 0. That is nothing else but x into x square minus 1 is less than 0, right? Now this is a and this is
Yeah.
b. So a b less than 0, there are two cases, Alexa. A can be positive, b can be negative, a can be negative, b can be positive, right? So imagine for a b less than 0, what do you mean by Alexa this? That a is positive, b is negative, or a is negative, b is positive. This
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take case 1 this and case 2 this. So case 1. If x is greater than 0, right? Then what do I get? X square minus 1 is less than 0, right, Alexa?
1 second, 1 second. So you're taking the case if x is greater than 0.
Yeah, if a is positive, b is negative. I'm taking this case.
Okay.
This is my case 1.
Yeah.
So can I say if a is, because a is x over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And b is x square minus 1 over
X
here.
square minus 1. Yeah.
हाँ, आ जाओ, आ जाओ. Agreed?
Yeah.
Perfect. So Alexa, x square x minus 1 into x plus 1 less than 0.
Yeah.
So x minus a into x minus b less than 0. What does this mean, Alexa? That x lies between a and b. I'll just open my matrix here.
Yep.
1 second, I'm coming.
Sure.
Sorry, Alexa. My maid is here.
Okay.
So from here, can I say, Alexa, x lies between -1 and 1?
Yeah.
Agreed?
So for this one, I'll tell you what, for x square minus 1
Hmm.
less than 0, I think I did x plus 1 into x minus 1. So I did
So I
the,
exactly did the same thing now. X plus 1 into x minus 1. I
no, but the
even did,
order, does
doesn't
the
matter
order
actually.
make a difference?
No, because you say 2 cross 3 is equal to 6 and 3 cross 2 is also equal to 6.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got the same answer, -1 and x and 1. Yeah.
So is this clear? How
Yeah.
x lies between -1 and 1?
Yeah.
Because I just have to see between -1 and -1. In case 1 and -1, which is the smaller limit? -1. So x lies between a and b. A is a smaller limit. I have done here nothing. I have just followed this logic. X minus
Basically,
a.
I got till here. I did till here. X lies between -1 and 1. And then after that, I'm like, how do you finish off
Now, now it's a number line representation. This is one case. For x greater than 0, x lies between -1 and 1, right?
okay,
Agreed?
fine.
Any doubt?
Case
Now
1,
you
x greater than 0. Case 2, X lies between -1 and 1. Okay.
I just represent it on number line, Alexa. This is 0, this is -1, this is 1. Now x greater than 0. Agreed?
All
We
of
keep
this,
going on.
yeah. Yeah.
And x lies between -1 and 1. What is the overlap? X lies between 0 and 1.
Between 0 and 1, yeah.
So this is one case, Alexa. That's it. It's very easy, Alexa. It looks tough, but if you logically think, there is nothing at all.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And this is supposed to be the toughest chapter of, by the way, entire math section. Inequality.
I don't think it's tough. I think
It's
applying
all
it
logical, yeah.
their questions,
Yeah.
and they do these trick questions sometimes.
Yeah. If you understand this, none of the questions will be left out, I promise you. I'll do questions in the next class. I won't do it today, or else you'll go mad.
Okay.
But is
So,
this clear?
yeah.
Now, case 2, you take Alexa, simple logic. Now, case 1, what we did? Case 1, we did if A is positive, B is negative. Now, I'm taking if X is negative. That is, if X is less than 0, then can I say, Alexa, X square minus 1 is greater than 0?
Case 2, you said if X is
Case
less.
2 is this.
Yeah.
Agreed? Because my A is X, my B is X square minus 1. That's the reason
Yeah.
I'm doing it. Any
Yeah.
problem?
Yeah.
So x square minus 1 is nothing, Alexa. X minus 1 into x plus 1 greater than 0. Am I right, boss?
Yeah.
And this means nothing, Alexa, but x is less than -1 or x is greater than positive.
We've already done that. Case
Right?
2 we got. We just need to put it on the number line.
Absolutely. That's good. This is 0. This is -1. This is 1. Now, first case is x is less than 0.
Yeah. So we got this whole area.
Complete. Second case is, Alexa, x is less than -1. And x is greater than positive. What is overlap, Alexa? X is less than -1.
Yeah.
It means that if it is given to you, xq is less than x, it means nothing. It simple means this will suffice for all the values x less than -1 and for the value x lies between what we have got 0 and 1. Agreed,
Eh,
boss.
Yeah.
Any problem there?
No, just checking if all four are different. As in like x cube is greater than x cube is less than x square is greater than
Everything
x
is
square.
different. 100%. 100% electric. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
100% things will be different. Right?
Okay.
Any problem?
No.
So now we get into some very interesting aspect of it. Just bear with me for half an hour. It's a very interesting one.
Huh?
Imagine, half an hour you will be fine, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So, Alexa, there is some concept called even powers can never be predicted.
Okay.
Cannot be predicted. Right? Now, what exactly you mean by this even powers cannot be predicted? Imagine, Alexa, if I say you if x is greater than y, can you tell me x square is greater than y square? Think about it.
Um, if it's a square, yeah, because even if it's a negative, then like at least in this case, yeah. Even though you're saying even power cannot be predicted, if x is greater than y, then x square should be greater than y square, no?
No, Alexa.
No, but think about it. Give any values to x and y.
Yeah, I'll give Pakka. I'll show it to you. Oh my God, you're so confident, man. So let's say 10 is greater than 5. I can for sure say 10 square is greater than 5 square. Agreed?
Yeah,
Don't you feel Alexa 10 is greater than -20 as well?
yeah.
But do you think 10 square is
Oh
greater
yeah, but
than -20 square?
negative 20 and into negative 20 is, yeah, you're right.
Agreed?
Oh, you know this, Varun was teaching me this on Saturday, that
Oh,
the power
yeah.
cannot be predicted. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's the reason you're so confident, no?
yeah. No, I just learned this. I learned this, but I thought, yeah, no, never mind. This makes
Agreed.
sense.
Now, this
Yeah.
is one case, Alexa. Imagine I'll take
Yeah.
other case. If I say you if x is greater than y, Alexa, can you tell me if x is greater than y, or let's say if x is greater than y square, Alexa, imagine. I'm just trying to play around here so that things are very clear to you. If x is greater than y square, Alexa, can I say x is greater than y? Or x can be less than y as well? Because you have made a very harsh comment right now, even powers cannot be predicted. So that by default means that if
Hmm.
x is greater than y square, x can be greater than y, or x can be less than y. Simple, straightforward logic. But for what cases? Can you please think once? Like, tell me in terms of a number concept. I have shown you numbers over here.
For
When I
the
say
second
10 is
one,
greater than 5,
yeah,
10 square is greater than 5 square. When I say you 10 is greater than negative 20, but 10 square is not greater than negative 20 square. So I can say even powers cannot be predicted. Now, when
yeah,
I'm telling you that if x is greater than y square, Alexa, x could be greater than y and x could be less than y. Both are the terms which is possible because we have made some very harsh comment right now that even powers cannot be predicted. So when
yeah,
we say even powers cannot be predicted, it should not be predicted in any of the cases. Or else it's hard to generalize such things, Alexa, that even powers cannot be predicted. Because when you are generalizing it in this way, then it has to ensure that every case is possible. So can you please give me numbers? Once think on it. I'll tell you for sure. I'll make you understand. I knew that that's the reason I asked you. You're fresh, then we'll do this.
so you can take x as 10 and y as 2 for now. So 10 is
Absolutely.
10 is greater than 2 square.
X is 10, y is 2, 10 is greater than 2 square, and 10 is also greater than 2. So
Yeah.
you have proved that x is greater than y square and x is also greater than y. Can you give me a logic? Can you give me a reasoning where x is greater than y square but x is less than y? Please.
Sorry, what did you say?
Now you'll have to give me a logic that x is greater than y square but still x is less than y.
X is greater than y square, but x is less than y. I'm not sure. I'll have to think.
Please think. Please take your time.
We're talking about like bigger
If you should
numbers or
take two
numbers,
value, yeah, whatever number you take, none of my business. But you
no,
have
or
to
like
give me a
smaller
number.
numbers between 0 and 1. Is that
That is
why?
all up. That is all up to you. If I tell you that, then again it's done with.
Because the numbers between 0 and 1 changes things.
Absolutely brilliant. But take two numbers and show me.
Okay, fine. You want to see if x is less than y. Um, try 5 and 10.
Please think. Give me a minute.
I don't know. I can't be put on the spot. I'll be like thinking too much. Give me a clue. I think this 10 and 3. What about 10 and 3?
Yes, boss. So it says Alexa. Can I? Or you're trying?
Yeah. No, tell me.
No, you cannot give up so quickly, Alexa, please. As in x is equal to 1 by 3 and y is equal to half, Alexa. Can I
Mm,
say 1 by 3 is greater than half square? That is 1 by 4,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
So 1 by
technically,
3 is
Alexa,
greater.
1
Yeah.
by 3 is less than half, but
Yeah.
So in this case, what we saw, that x is greater than y square as well, and x is greater than y. Here also, let's say x is greater than y square. Check.
See, I knew it. I told you it was between 0 and 1.
Yeah, I know that. Because might have told you on Saturday, I'm sure.
Yeah, he did. And I remembered it.
That's why if you remember, you will confuse. You just get into the numbers, you will never confuse. Kabhi nahi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, third case, Alexa. Imagine if I say you if x square is greater than y. Can I still say, Alexa, x could be greater than y or x could be less than y?
Um,
Yes, please take number. Now, this is I'm not telling you. You think I'm taking care of it.
1 second.
Gmail also has introduced emoji security.
I think with this one, x will always be greater than y. I don't know how it can be less than y.
Think once it's a pretty. I'm telling you, it's not between 0 and 1. It's just a normal number. So you can.
Pardon?
I'm telling you, it's not between 0 and 1. You don't have to take fractions. You can take a normal numbers and create the scene for sure.
Okay.
Imagine, let's say if I take x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 4. Can I say
Yeah.
5 square is greater than 4
Yeah.
and 5 is greater than 4?
Yep.
Now imagine, let's say if I take if x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. Can I say 3 square is greater than 4?
3 square is greater than 4. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
9 is greater than 4, but technically 3 is
But
less than
x
4.
is less than y. Yeah, you're right.
So in this case, what we had that x square is greater than y. Here it is x is greater than y. In this case, x square is greater than y, but x is less than y. So Alexa, when you say even powers, you have to, because when you're making some harsh statement that even powers cannot be predicted, this should be valid for all the possible cases, right? I can't just create a validity for this equation and tell that even powers cannot be predicted because you are making some very generalized statement, and that should be respected everywhere. Simple logic.
Yeah. Okay.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Any problem here?
No.
Can we do one question if you don't mind?
Sure.
100%. Just
Yeah.
based on this.
Okay.
Just based on this. Now it's it's a tough one, Alexa, for sure. But we can do it in the next class. I don't want to make mad to you. We can do it in the next class to you.
No,
It's a
let's
bit.
do it.
Are you very sure?
Yeah.
Then please do. If you want, I have
Eh,
nothing to say.
Because you just taught me this concept, so let me like at least finish learning it.
Please, that will be like really, really good.
But there you said even powers overall can't be predicted, right? It doesn't matter if it's the product or the sum or whatever it is.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. I think I saw this problem somewhere in what you sent me. I've seen this
Yeah,
before.
that's a problem in the handout that I've sent you.
Oh,
In fact, for you, I've thought, you know what, Lexa, not for you, but for anyone I teach that. I'll give you because the question that I've put is hardly, I think, 20 questions, 15 questions
yeah.
of inequality, but I want to make you solve at least 30 questions. So I'll send you a new handout, but I didn't want you to do it today because I wanted to concentrate the story part very well. But let's say, based on what we have learned, can we do this? This is given to you in the question that x square plus y square is greater than z square. Now there are
Yeah.
two quantities a and b. You
Yeah.
just have to tell me in form of a, b, c, d is the answer.
I mean, if you're saying it cannot be predicted, then the answer should be D, no? That the
Yeah,
relation
that's
cannot be
100% true. But in this,
determined.
if you do this in exam, I
Yeah.
would be like very happy with you. But in when you are doing right now, don't say that even powers cannot be predicted, so answer should be D. You have to show it
Okay, fine.
in numbers and do
So like pick any numbers.
whatever number you pick, it this should be satisfied for sure. You
Okay,
know
fine.
answer is D, but you have to tell me how it is. Because you have to tell me, कि Rahul, quantity A may be greater than quantity B may be greater than quantity A. Only then you go to D, right? Because A
Yeah.
answer says what? Quantity A is greater. B says quantity B is greater. C says
Hold on.
equal.
Yeah, equal and then can't be
So
determined.
if you are telling me D, then you have to show me, you have to take an example where this
Yeah. Say X
expression,
is 3, Y is 2, Z is 1.
XI,
Uh,
एक second में लिखो, YS,
2 and Z is 1.
so I can 100% say x square plus y square is greater than z
Yeah.
square. Agreed. And for this
9
value,
plus
I can say
4 is greater than.
x4 plus y4 is greater than z4 as well. Perfect. Now, when you give me D, then you have to give me a number where z4 is greater than x square, x4 plus y4.
Pardon, pardon?
Now, when you give me answer, you have told me answer D, right?
Yeah.
But according to this numbers that you have taken, your answer should be A. So now you have to give me a condition where x square plus x4 plus y4 is less than z4. Think in that regard.
Okay. Uh,
You are good, Alexa. No doubt at all.
if
This
X,
chapter where people have cried literally.
I can't hear you.
I'm telling you, a good Alexa. No doubt at all. This is a chapter where people have cried.
No, this is I used to enjoy this in school. I'm just getting a refresher now. I will start to enjoy it more. Um, hopefully after a few classes.
Yeah, I promised that.
Yeah. So suppose we take, so you want to, sorry, just recapping the question. You want a quantity where z to the power of 4 is less, or z cube also, z square is less than x square plus y square?
No, please
You-
understand this is given to you in the question.
Yeah.
So you should not challenge this at all.
Okay.
Whatever number you take, this condition should 100% suffice.
Yeah.
So you have taken a number, this where the condition is 100% suffice. This is something which we can't challenge because that's given to you in the question.
Yeah.
Agreed? Now you
Yeah.
have taken a number where your condition suffice that is given to you in the question. The same number ensures that quantity A is greater than quantity B. Agreed?
Yep.
Now you have told me, Rahul, D is the answer. So D means what? The quantity B can also be greater than quantity A for some numbers.
Yeah, you're right.
Or else,
Okay.
according to you, the answer should be A. If the numbers that you have taken right now here, according to that, the answer should be A.
Yeah. Sorry, that was simple, like literal logic if I look at it. I think I got confused because you said even numbers cannot be predicted.
Yeah, so still answer is D. I'm also telling you, but you'll have to show me how it is D.
I'll
I'll
take
show it to you. I'll show it to
take
you.
x as take x as 1 by 2, y as
Next
1
time you
by
can,
3.
next time you can get your work done by making someone as a friend. You should never do enmity with them.
Huh?
In normal life, if you can get your work done by making some guy as a friend of yours, you should make them friend and get your work done rather than making them enemy and get
Why you say that?
because you should not get into fractions at all. If at all you cannot solve questions with the help of numbers,
Okay,
Only
fine.
then get into the fraction. Directly don't jump into those fractions at all. Or else you'll simply go mad.
Okay.
So enemy here is you taking fraction. Friends here is you're taking numbers.
Okay, fine. I can't hear you. Can you come closer to the speaker?
Yeah.
Getting
I'm telling
muffled.
I'm telling you, enemy here is your fraction.
This
Friends
is
are
better.
numbers.
Stay like this. Stay like this. This sound is better.
Okay. I'll catch the mic in front of my mouth now.
Okay, so I'm thinking of should we use bigger numbers than this? Is that what you're saying?
Use some numbers. I'll tell then again it's all done.
Okay,
Now
fine.
imagine Alexa. Should I say you or you want to try for a minute? Try for a minute and then. There's just one question we are solving, so you can try for sure.
Um,
And for your kind information, you are solving one of the toughest type of a problem. Nothing more than this will be asked in your GRE exam, that I can assure you.
let's see. All your questions I've been doing. Is quite challenging. Okay, remind me again what we're trying to find here. You keep talking and then distracting me.
Oh man. This is something which equation is given to you.
That's given, yeah.
So that is something that should and must be respected. Whatever number you take, your number should 100% suffice. X square plus y square is greater than z square.
Yeah.
The way you have taken a number.
Yeah.
Agreed? And now the
Yeah.
same number should 100% suffice that quantity A is greater than quantity B. You have taken a number, quantity A is greater than quantity B. Now, but
Yeah.
because you have told answer is D, because you know that even powers cannot be predicted. What the answer that you have told D is 100% right. All you have to show me now, considering if you're marking D as an answer, you will have to show me that for some value, Z4 is greater than X4, X square, X4 plus Y4.
Okay, that's what I'm
And
looking.
those are the values. Whatever value you take, Alexa, you ensure that x square plus y square should be greater than z square because this is given to you in the question.
Yeah, but that's square. Here we're talking about 4. So that's why then the value
Hmm.
can change.
Agreed,
Uh,
no? Now I'm quiet for a minute. You please do.
yeah. Yeah. My mind's going to all these numbers 10, 500 and stuff. Can you tell me what it is?
I'll tell
Before
you.
I confuse myself. I was going to like 10 to the power of 4 and all that. It's
No, Alexa, please don't go. Don't take such big numbers, Alexa. You
okay.
literally go mad.
Yeah.
Imagine I take x is equal to 3, y is equal to 3,
Yeah.
and z is equal to 4. Can I say, Alexa, my condition suffice that is x square plus y square is greater than z square? 9 plus 9, 18. 18 is greater than 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
But tell me for these numbers, Alexa, do you feel that x4 plus y4 should be greater than z4? Can it be? Because 3 to the power 4 is what? 81?
Yeah.
3 into 3 into 3. And this is 81.
Yeah.
And 4 to the power 4 is what, Alexa? 16 into 16, 256. Do you think 81 plus 81 is nothing but 162? It is not greater than 256.
Yeah. You're right.
So in this case, what we get? That z4 is greater than x4 plus y4.
Yep.
And we are satisfying our condition. This is given to me in the question. So I'm absolutely not overlooking my question. Question is 100% being satisfied. Whatever
Yeah.
value you take, it does not matter at all, Alexa. Ensure that the condition that is given in the question should and must be satisfied. So the point is, Alexa, it's all about how you take numbers. So did you realize why the answer is D now?
Yeah.
Because in
Because
one case, quantity A is greater than quantity B. In this case, quantity
the
A is
quantity.
less than quantity B. That's
Yeah.
all. That's the reason we go to answer D. But the point is, Alexa, that how do you get to understand the numbers? Imagine what was given to you. Understand this very well. X square plus y square is greater than z square. Now this is given to you in the question. Now, based on this information, you have to say that x4 plus y4 would be greater than z4 or not, right?
Yeah.
So, Alexa, see over here, the number that you took was absolutely fine, 3 to 1. You took x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2, z is equal to 1. So, this ensured that for these values, what you have taken x square plus y square is greater than z square, Alexa, right? And for
Yeah.
the same values, x4 plus y4 is greater than z4. Am I right?
Yeah.
Any problem here?
No.
Now tell me one thing, Alexa. How do, because you know that even powers cannot be predicted, right? So you know that for some value x square plus y square is greater than z square, and the same value can adjust to x4 plus y4 greater than z4 as well.
But it can also be
But it
less
can also
than
be x4 plus
Z4,
y4 is less than z4.
less
But
than
if at
Z4.
all you are trying to create that condition, Alexa, what exactly needs to be done? While taking the value, what are the stuff that you should look into it? A lot of people will take, so imagine when I took x is equal to 3, y is equal to 3,
But
z is
if we
equal to
just
4.
remember the rule of even powers, the only place we'll need to take this if it was for example, x cube plus y cube is greater than z cube, because then that changes things, right? But
Hmm.
you're telling me even powers cannot be predicted.
Nee, I understand. I understand, Leksha. I understand your emotions, but the background knowledge
No
should be very
emotions,
much
I'm
over
just
there.
asking.
I'm telling the background knowledge should be there because when you say in exam, you can 100% say even powers is not predicted, Rahul, not sufficient. That's okay.
Yeah.
Matlab D. But the point is, if you know the logic behind it very properly, you will be very confidently be able to mark the answer. That's the whole point.
Okay, fine.
So imagine, Alexa. Now I'm just trying to tell you how should you be picking up a number. You have taken a number x square plus y square greater than z square, x4 plus y4 greater than z4.
Yeah.
Now you have to create z is bigger than x square plus y square, right?
Yeah.
Then Alexa, don't you feel the value of g that you take should be greater than x and y for sure? Because if you take value of x and y greater than z, you will never be able to prove that
Never
x4 plus
did.
y4 is greater than z4. Am I right?
Yeah.
But again, you can't take some random values also. A lot of people take Rahul, I'll take x is equal to 1, y is equal to 1, z is equal to 10. Now, obviously, 1 square plus 1 square is not greater than 10,
Not greater than 10.
10, right? Agreed? But
Yeah.
can you take this value, Alexa? This is my question.
No, because it won't satisfy your first
This won't satisfy the
uh,
equation that is given to us. So a
yeah.
lot of people take these values based on their own convenience and they end up getting a right answer, but it is only for this question. Other question they'll flunk for sure.
But tell me something. See, this is very straightforward. But suppose it's like x square minus y square, or there's like a negative involved.
Then again, too, there is a huge problem, Alexa.
Then it's a different problem only.
Then
No.
it's a very different problem. But you won't get such problems at all where the calculations are too high.
Okay,
No.
fine.
Then
Just
when
check.
the negative number is involved, it's all different thing all in all.
Yeah.
So all I'm trying to say, we can't take these numbers because it doesn't satisfy. So the
Under
point is that we have to ensure that the while we are picking up the numbers, the value of z should be greater than value of x and y, 100% for sure. Absolutely no ambiguity over here. But again, we should also ensure that the distance between these should be very less. Why? Because we have to also suffice a condition x square plus y square greater than z square. You can actually take a number, Alexa, here. X is equal to 4, y is equal to 4, and z is equal to 5. This will also suffice because
Yeah.
4 square plus 4 square, 32 is greater than 25.
Yeah.
But when you do 4 to the power 4, it is 256, and this is 256, and this is 625, 5 to the power 4. So
Yeah.
256, 200, 200, 400, 56 plus 56, 100 more. This is something 500. And
Yeah.
this is 625. So this is acceptable one. You can
Yeah.
also take Alexa x is equal to 4, y is
Yeah.
equal
I
to 5,
see.
z is equal to 6. Now 4 square plus 5 square, that is 25 plus 16 is greater than 36 for sure, right?
Yeah.
But 4 to the power 4, 256. 5 to
36.
the power 4, 625. So 600, 200, that is 800, 56 and 25, it is less than 100, 800 something you have. Here it is Alexa 36 into 36, right? I know 30 into 30 itself is 900. 36 into 36 has to be greater than 900 for sure.
How
And
do
this
you
is
do all
800.
this math so fast? My God, just this basic number, like this 3-digit number math. Like, how do you do it so fast? Do I need to
No,
learn
no,
how to
no. You
do it
don't.
so
No, absolutely, no, Alexa. You don't
fast?
have to. You don't have to. Absolutely no. But this
Because
is
this
clear now.
the square rooting, like I don't think I can go beyond like 25, 50 and stuff, the numbers that we all know.
Agreed,
Getting
agreed. No,
beyond
you
that,
don't
like
have to. You
16
don't
to
have to do
16 in your
also. It is
head.
not a calculative exam. You
I
don't
know,
have
I'm
to
just
do also.
checking. I know.
Ekdam nahi. Absolutely nahi. Agreed.
Yeah.
So this is
Got
just one thing that I wanted. So is this very clear, Alexa, what we have done till now? I'll send you the entire video so you can just go through it once. So in the next class, when we solve problems, I'll take a lot of reference from here, what I've taught you today. Remember.
I think send me some problems also to solve between now and the next class.
The handout problem that I've given you.
Okay, but which questions directly relate to the rules we've learned today? That's what I want to know.
Now every questions will relate to. It was very direct relation so that I have solved that front of you.
You've taught me all inequalities.
The
I
entire
did
inequality is just
yesterday.
one thing is left. One thing is left that I'm teaching you now. Rest everything is done, Alexa.
Okay, fine,
Everything.
but I did this problem set N yesterday, and there were a few places I had questions. And I did, I think, 15 questions. Out of that, I got
From where you are doing the problem?
the Nova book. So I think I got about 12 right and 3 wrong. So I want to ask you.
Sure, sure. No issues at all.
Okay,
So see
cool.
here, the next one is, Alexa, the
Yeah.
next logic is A by B greater than 0. What do you mean by this, Alexa? Always think in terms of sign. Simple, straightforward logic.
A is greater than B.
No.
Why?
Dude, you're tired now.
No,
But
I'm not tired. I'm actually serious. A by B is greater than 0. It has to be like for if A is 2 or B is 1, that's greater than 0.
why can't A be 2 and B is 1 and it is greater? It is, A can be 1 and B can be 2. It is still greater.
A can be 1. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so how
That,
can you say greater than
that's
B?
those numbers between 0 and 1. They have different rules. Um,
No, in terms of sign, Alexa,
okay,
it
fine.
means sign of A and B are positive. That's all.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's what you were asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sign of A and B are same, not positive.
Same, yeah.
Yes, A can be, if A has to be, if A and B are of same sign, it will always be greater than 0. I don't have to get into A greater than B or B greater than A. Nothing at all. If I say you A by B less than, so this is 100% it matches to what? AB greater than 0. That sign of A and B are same. When I say you A by B less than 0, what does this mean in selection? Sign of A
Uh,
and B are
different.
different, opposite.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yep.
If I ask you, Alexa, A over B greater than 1, now tell me, what do you mean by this? It was still greater than 0, so positive. Now I'm asking you very specific, A over B is greater than 1. What does this mean to you?
Um, you need to get a positive answer. So the signs have to be the same,
Okay.
I think.
Not only that. Obviously, it is a positive, then sign has to be same.
Yeah. So are you asking in terms of the sign or you're asking something else?
I'm asking you in detail. If I say you A over B greater than 1, but
Uh-huh.
because if you take A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, sign are same. But A over B is half. This is not greater than 1. So you just saying that signs are same would make no sense here.
Okay, fine then. But then the first thing I told you, where A is greater than B.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But then you
finally.
have to be very clear.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If it is A and B are positive, then but A cannot be greater than B if N and B are negative, Alexa. So there are again two cases here. Case one, if A and B are positive value, then for A over B to be greater than 1, A should be greater than B. Simple, straightforward logic. But case 2 is, Alexa, if A and B are negative value,
Okay.
then for A over B to be greater than 1, A should be less than B, Alexa, because minus 10 by minus 5 is greater than 1, right?
Okay, but if they are both different from each other, they're not the same sign, then this doesn't apply.
Then
A
it
or
is
B can't be
negative.
greater than
Then
1,
it
yeah.
is negative value. It's not greater than 1 at all. It's not a positive value at all. I'm checking for
Yeah,
a condition when it is greater than 1.
okay.
Is
If
this
A
clear?
are negative, then A over B is greater than 1, or A should be less than B.
Correct. Okay.
Um, if you're saying A should be less than B, how did you do this minus 10 by minus 5?
What is minus 10 by minus 5? Value of minus 10 by minus 5 if I ask you?
Oh, yeah, it's lesser on the number line. Oh, right.
2, right?
Yeah.
But technically minus 10 is less than minus 5 because in terms of negative
Yeah.
value, higher the magnitude, okay? Value.
You're right.
Any doubt, boss?
No.
So, Alexa, this is the entire theory of inequality. The toughest of toughest problem can be solved, and I'll show you everything. But today, I think you will go literally go mad. So, in Nova book,
Huh.
whichever doubt you had 3 or 4 problem, now you try solving it again, 100%.
Yeah,
Is
I'll
what
try
we
to
have
do
learned.
it again.
So if it doesn't happen, we will clear it in the. You don't have to wait for the next class. Just WhatsApp me. I'll clear it off. I'll whenever I'm free, I'll call you and clear it off. You just let me know. After 7, what time in evening you get free, Alexa?
Every day it's different times. Like yesterday, I finished at 9:30. So I'll have to let you know.
Pakka, pakka, pakka. You just send me your question whenever you have doubts and just tell me ki what time you're free. If I'm free, I'll call you. Mostly I'll be free only.
Okay, fine.
So I'll call you. So right now, what I'll do, Alexa, is that in next 2 3 hours, I'll send you the entire video.
Okay.
You can go through this all
I'll
by
go through
yourself.
it again. Yeah.
And in next class, I'll try and show you that how you use all these theories while you're solving the problem. Any questions of inequality from anywhere in the world, what we have learned till now can be solved. I promise you this.
I hope so. Because
It's all about application.
those inequality questions are like more complicated.
You don't
Uh,
worry, I'll ensure that it's fine for you. Like the point is, if you don't go logically in a lecture, but if you try and mug up something, if you know it well,
yeah.
it will never be an issue at all. It's just that you have to understand and you have to practice a bit. So whatever questions I'll share with you, I'll be adding more questions to inequalities for sure. But
Okay.
you have to be one thing very sure about, Alexa. I'll give you all the videos, no issues at all. But whatever questions in the handout is there, I have not started it yet. I'll start. You should be clear with each and every questions right at the very conceptual level.
The handout is the first page you sent me, right?
Yeah.
The
Yep. But I'll actually send a new handout of inequalities to you. I'm preparing it.
Yeah,
So
please.
because this is a place where I used to finish inequality in modest 1 class, Alexa, and that was like a sort of a torture for the students. So I won't be doing that. I'll make you solve enough questions. I'll make you solve minimum 30 questions of inequality itself. And whatever handout I'll give, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you today or tomorrow morning for sure. Let me put some nice questions where things are very logical. It's not that you simply keep solving something. It's not that I put some easy questions, make you solve, make you very happy. That would make no sense at all.
These are
So,
all GRE questions and not GMAT, no?
yeah. It's all GRE question. 100%, Alexa.
Tell me something. I know we have to answer on the computer,
Hmm.
but I still can like write and do the work, right?
You will be getting one plastic handout in the exam. So maths, you can 100%. You will have a. They'll give you a plastic pamphlet and a sketch pen to do all the roughs, but it's exactly the same thing. Yeah. You will get a pen and paper to write your maths stuff calculation
Okay,
in the
fine.
exam center. But for verbal, you will not have anything, and you are not supposed to write anything. And please ensure verbal practice should be
No,
done only
verbal.
from
Yeah, verbal, I don't write.
100%. So Alexa, you are done with the
It's
reading of RC
easier.
concept book.
Yeah, I finished the RC GMAT book. Also, that RC concept book, I mean, it didn't have any questions. You'll read a question, immediately they'll give you the answer, which was very frustrating. So
Yeah,
tell me
that's
which other
okay.
book.
So now I'll send you a RC concept book is all well read, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like I went straight to the questions because I already know it. I got everything right. So
That's
um,
beautiful. So I'll send you the RC file to
I know I
practice
didn't
RC
read the
GRE file.
concepts properly. I didn't read it too much in detail
Huh,
because it's a little bit like it's just logic. So
right.
I want
I'll
to do
s-
few
I'll
more.
send you RC GRE file to practice. You can keep practicing from there, Alexa. It's all about that on a daily basis. Ensure that you solve 3 RC passages for sure, minimum.
I like to actually, I'm enjoying solving the RC passages between my work. So if you can share that, that would be great.
I'll share it to you right now. I'll share it to you.
Anything else in verbal
100%.
or is it just RC?
It's just RC right now you have to solve for sure. And I've sent you so much of Nova books and so many stuffs of GRE.
Nova is
You
just what do you call font though, no?
Yeah, but there are Manhattans, there are some stuff I've sent, ATS books and all. The point is in except for RC, you just have to remember the words, Alexa. And I'm not a very huge fan of remembering words because I personally feel कि ये होता नहीं है. Someone who knows how much ever he knows, it's fine for him, but you can practice for sure.
The 500 essential words.
Not 500. Anything could be asked. People go
Yeah.
and try and mug up a lot of kids.
I'll
They
start with the Manhattan book.
please, but I would say कि right now you do not bother about it. Right now, let's ensure that you are solving 3 RC passes on a daily basis. That's it.
Okay, fine. Send me RC when you can.
100%. I'll send it to you.
And
100%.
uh yeah, can we do class on Friday morning, same time?
Friday morning, yeah. Oh, you're not free on Thursday?
I don't
Friday
think
morning is fine.
so.
Take it.
Friday is
Friday
okay
is
with
fine.
you?
Yeah, yeah. It'll be fine.
I can't hear you.
It'll be fine for me.
Okay,
No
cool.
issues.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect. Chalo फिर. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Take, and I'll also send you the handout of inequality that we'll be solving in the class.
Next class, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Chalo. Bye, Laksha. Take
Bye.
care.
Have a
Bye
nice
bye.
day.